Local Outbreak with IPMNation.com.
Hey everybody, welcome to this week's edition of Local Outbreak on IPM Nation in 100.1 The Planet. My name is Matt Connerton from IPMNation.com, and we're going to bring you the usual variety of different types of music, different genres and so forth from the area, from the Granite State. But we're going to do something a little bit different this week because our opening segment, this was kind of a surprise. So when I recorded the interview that you're about to hear, I had just met the gentleman, the artist whom you are about to hear me interview and who performed for us live. So this was really a spontaneous thing. I sat down with, his name is Wayland Tolman Anderson. That's Tolman Anderson is his last name. It's Tolman-Anderson. It's hyphenated. So Wayland Tolman Anderson, and he's a banjo player, and he's amazing. And he isn't a band, but he also does a solo thing. Just he and the banjo, and I was just blown away. Again, this was a chance encounter that turned into an interview. So that's what we're going to open the show with this week because, he doesn't have a bunch of music online that's available or anything, but he did perform for us live. And then maybe at the end of the show, we'll sort of circle back and play a little something of his that I found online that we can sort of put a bow on things with at the end of the show. But to open the show, I'm going to share with you, it's not very long, but we sat down for a bit. It was... not only was he there, but my friend John Hopwood and my new friend Stephen Comley Sr. was there as well. And so the three of us interviewed Wayland together. But this was a lot of fun, and I'm happy to bring this to you, and I hope you enjoy it. So here it is, my interview with Wayland Tolman Anderson from Nelson, New Hampshire. Here we go.
Right. Wayland's here to play Foggy Mountain Breakdown in honor of the TVA.
Say again?
You know Foggy Mountain Breakdown? Isn't that it? Lester Flats?
Yeah, Foggy Mountain Breakdown.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, yeah.
All right, who are you?
My name's Wayland Tolman Anderson. Oh, I got to hear the banjo a little bit here.
Are you, where are you from?
I'm from Nelson, New Hampshire.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
You're going to want to, there's headphones there, and you can, the mic's drooping a little bit, but...
Cool, I'm going to tune up real quick.
Yeah.
We were supposed to have music today. Oh, I don't have to wear these.
Yeah, just, you can adjust that however you need to.
Is Rob coming on today?
Yes.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, you can. Are you singing or are you just playing?
Oh, I'm just going to play.
Oh, okay. You can leave it the way it is. Well, actually, why don't you pull the mic up anyway, because it'll still pick up the banjo.
Okay.
Because I'm going to want to talk to you afterward, too. We can
Alrighty. Cool.
get to know you a little bit.
Like this?
Well, but pull the mic up so you're talking into it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There you go.
There you go.
And what's your name again? Because I didn't quite catch it.
I'm Wayland Tolman Anderson from Nelson, New Hampshire.
What's the last name?
Tolman Anderson. It's hyphenated.
Okay, so it's Tolman, Tollman?
One L. Tolman, Anderson.
Okay, very good. All right, yeah, go ahead and play for us.
I tell you, that's as good as what I heard on Deliverance. Remember the movie Deliverance?
Oh, why I'm flattered. Thank you.
That's where the that's
sounds
where
a lot
it shows
like it.
upstairs.
No one's going to be squilling
I try to
like
just remember that one part.
no one will
that's
be.
good. You're real good.
There won't be any squealing like a pig here today, but
No, sir.
no. But no, that's amazing. I'm always amazed at. I mean, is the banjo a difficult instrument to learn? Like say,
I think it's much easier to learn than the guitar.
I've heard people say that, and it always surprises me.
It has an open tuning, and
okay.
There's only 4 strings that you actually play with your fingers. I found it very easy to pick up and learn.
Okay.
Matt's a bassist.
Yeah. But I've heard people say that that's actually in some ways easier than guitar, and it always surprises me.
The chord shapes are there's much less chord shapes than there are on a guitar.
Okay.
And they're all kind of more interchangeable once you get to learn them.
I'll be done.
Because when you're playing, it sounds like your fingers are moving so fast. You're picking fingers.
Well, there's 2 types of playing a banjo, right?
Yeah, there is.
And what are they?
There's Scruggs picking or three finger style, which is what I was playing. And then there's a older style called clawhammer.
Okay.
Which is sort of an older traditional like Appalachian style of playing. And there's also instruments that are similar to banjos that exist in Africa.
Okay.
And they sort of play it with a more with a clawhammer style sort of. It sort of has more of a galloping kind of sound
Yeah.
to
There's
it.
a saying that the origins of jazz are when African slaves with the musician the instrument you're talking about, which they would come out of a gourd.
Yeah.
That was adopted by the white Southerners and rednecks, if we want to call them that. And the piano, which was European, was adopted by the African Americans, And that's what that crossover starts what becomes like jazz, The 2 traditions intermarry, where whites take a traditional African.
Yeah, it was sort of also the, sometimes Africa's completely given credit for the creation of the banjo, which they certainly deserve a lot of credit, particularly for the innovation of the 5-string banjo with it having this weird higher string, like halfway up the neck.
Yeah,
That's sort of a uniquely African thing, having different pitched strings in weird places that aren't like in a sequential order.
Yeah.
Which seems kind of weird, but when you figure it out, it's very ingenious. But then there's also like the Irish tenor banjo.
That's right.
Which is it's sort of like the octave of a mandola, and it's the same tuning as a mandolin. Essentially, it's played in a similar style.
Okay,
and so it's a very unique style as well.
Oh,
are you part of a band too?
Right now our band is sort of on hiatus. Dr. Dude in the Good Mood, but we're gonna get together. We're getting together for a 2020 winter tour. Down south this winter. We haven't gotten all our places booked yet. We've got a few places booked. Taking off my RV.
Wow,
And
excellent.
we're playing all over the place. We're going to go to Nashville, Memphis,
Good
New
for
Orleans,
you.
Austin,
wow.
Texas. We're going to have a good old time.
That's fantastic. Yeah.
Do some wild boar hunting.
Yeah.
be
No
fun.
kidding.
Oh,
wow.
boy. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have a good old time.
There you go.
You better have more than the guitar with you then.
Yeah, indeed.
Banjo.
Yeah. We're Boy Scouts. We're coming prepared.
Yeah. Wow. Do you do you play out? Do you do shows just you and the banjo without the band, or
Not recently. I haven't really been being booked specifically for a show, but I go to open mics, and there's some open bluegrass jams that I go to. There's a bar in Peterborough, New Hampshire, Harlow's.
Yeah. Yep. I'm familiar with them.
Yeah, every Thursday night, John, me, and a friend of mine, he puts on like a bluegrass jam, and musicians just show up and play bluegrass songs up on the stage, and you just show up with your instrument and play bluegrass and get a few free drinks.
You're getting some love in the Facebook live chat. Mike Pelopita seems to really enjoy what you're doing.
Oh, lots of people in New Hampshire.
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah.
And I think the Honorable Heidi Hamer is also pleased with hearing you play.
Wow, I'm honored.
You work at the Snoo Center? Or you?
I work for a company that like sort of subs out labor for concerts. We're like professional stagehands.
So you're right.
Yeah.
in a way.
Yeah.
But it's staged.
Well, the roadies are the guys that travel with the band, so we're like a local
Okay.
crew that we're like
Right,
we're based
right.
out of Keene, but we'll work as far as like Providence, Rhode Island, or like someplace in New York,
That's
maybe
that-
even. But
I wondered
usually
if-
we work in Boston or here.
I wondered about the WWE crew shirt, but
Yeah,
that explains how you got that. Yeah,
I set up all the shows here at the arena.
Excellent,
cool.
excellent, very good. Do you have time to play another song, or do you have to
Sure,
go?
absolutely.
Oh, okay, great, because it's 5:00 now. I don't know what kind of a time restraint you're on.
No, yeah, I'll play another song.
Oh,
Sure.
that would be wonderful. Yeah,
Might as well.
All right, great.
Cool. Yeah.
You don't have a card on you or anything, do you?
No, I'm out of cards. I need to print more cards. I'll make sure.
Where? Well, actually,
Make sure I do that.
Well, this
next
is
time we run into each other.
Well, this is a good time to ask you. Where do we find you online?
Honestly, I'm not as online savvy as I should be. Right now, I just have my Facebook page, Wayland Tolman Anderson, and I got some videos up on there. I got some videos on YouTube that aren't. I need to set up my own YouTube channel, but other people have put up YouTube videos. There's one that's called Wayland the Nomadic Banjo Shredder.
Oh yeah,
and that's a pretty good video that kind of captures.
You come in contact with some big shots like James Taylor or Springsteen?
I've never come into in terms of like meeting them, no. But I played one time after the rapper Afro Man played a show in California that I was at, and afterwards I was playing my banjo outside to make some money and busk, and Afro Man came out the front door instead of the back door with his fur coat and a bunch of girls having a good time, and I was playing this cool little rhythmic style that I do, and someone, like a really good rap singer can really make that happen over any kind of music.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
And so he just comes up to me and starts rhyming and coming up with this cool song, and so that was pretty cool. I don't know. I met Tommy Chong one time.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, he's a cool
Well,
dude.
he's my generation's hero.
I was able to contact Bruce Springsteen, and they were interested in
About the Nukes?
in doing a fundraiser for me if I wound up in jail. Because I
we
was
can
in
arrange
mass federal
that.
court for 6 years, and it looked like I was going to federal prison for not giving up tape recordings of high-level officials in Washington. And they were going, but I do know James Taylor, and I'm talking with him about some things.
Oh, very good. Very
Yeah.
good. Yeah, you got the connections. Do you know Brian Mackey in the Facebook live chat is asking? He has a request. You know the song "Button Your Shirt, Big Poppy."
I don't know that one.
All right. Well,
I'll tell you what. I got a good one for you. I'm going to play a little Johnny Cash tune. I'm sure you guys will like it.
Oh, wonderful. All right.
Let me tune up a little bit. The heat's
Sure,
kind of taking it out of tune.
Oh yeah, take your time. Yeah, it is. It's warm in here.
Where can he find himself, Matt?
What?
Where can he find himself? Where was this going to be posted?
Well, we'll talk about that after.
Well, I was toting my pack along that long and dusty Winnemucca Road. When along came a semi with a mighty high and canvas-covered load. Said, if you're gonna win a Mucka Mac with me, you can ride. So I just climbed up in the cab and I settled down inside. Then he asked me if I'd seen a road got so much dust and sand. I said, I travel every road in this here land. Yeah, I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Cross them deserts bare, man. Breathe that mountain air, man. Oh, travel, I have my share, man. I said, I've been everywhere. Been to Reno, Chicago, Fargo, Minnesota, Buffalo, Toronto, to Winslow, Sarasota, Wichita, Ottawa, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Tampa, Panama, Mattawa, Laughlin, Bangor, Baltimore, Salvador, Amarillo, Tocopilla, Paradilla, Rapadilla, Ramakill. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Cross them deserts bare, man. Breathe that mountain air, man. Oh, travel, I have my share, man. I said, I've been everywhere. Been to Boston, Charleston, Dayton, Louisiana, Washington, Houston, Kingston, Texarkana, Monterey, Faraday, San Payaso, Lucid, Glen Rock, Black Rock, Little Rock, California, Tennessee to Chicopee, Grand Lake, Spirit Lake, Devil Lake, Cradle Lake, Pete say, I've been everywhere, man. Well, I've been everywhere, man. Across them deserts, bad man. Breathe that mountain there, man. Oh, travel, I have my share, man. I said, well, I've been everywhere. Ooh, yeah. Been to Louisville, Nashville, Knoxville, Lumber, Big Shepherd, Jacksonville, Waterbuck, Costa Rica, Chaska, Nebraska, Alaska, Shreveport, Hackensack, Cadillac, Fond du Lac, Davenport, Idaho, Jericho, Paul, Panama, Argentina, Pasadena, Catalina, see just what I mean. Well, I've been everywhere, man. Well, I've been everywhere, man. Across them deserts, bare man. Read that mountain there, man. Oh, travel, I have my share, man. I say, well, I've been everywhere. Ooh, yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
Jesus,
Wow.
great. Very good.
That's fantastic. Yeah.
Oh my
Boy,
God.
did how long did it take you to learn to play like that? Do you think?
That's a weird question because I picked up the band. I picked it up pretty quick. Like I could play some cool songs like within like a few months.
No kidding.
I took lessons from my neighbor John Smith in Nelson. So he taught me. He taught me a bunch of like older traditional songs, and he sort of taught me like, I don't know, maybe a dozen or more of those. And so I practiced those for a while, and then I stopped taking lessons from him, and I started just sort of going out on my own and playing for people at parties and going to a lot of music festivals and just kind of playing around campfires and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And sometimes traveling and like, you know, doing a little street performing, busking for some money somewhere. And then over time, I sort of forgot all those songs that he taught me, and I sort of started developing just this reflexive style of playing where it's like not, I don't know, it's just like playing the blues. Like you just like, there's just elements and ingredients kind of, and then you just play.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It just kind of comes out.
You kind of develop your own
So you make
style.
up stuff on your own.
Yeah, it's almost
Once you got the feel of it.
yeah, and it's almost like it's not even like I made it up in my brain. It's like this feeling that's like channeled. I don't know. It's like
It's natural.
yeah, it really is. And the banjo, just the whole setup, I find it very natural. The open tuning and it just really works for me.
Get you away from the world.
Oh yeah. And also get me into the world, get me closer to the world. I've definitely it's been a definitely something that's made me able to go to certain places and just sort of stand out more and opens doors that otherwise wouldn't be opened. Like this one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because see, there is a great tradition of country music in New Hampshire, but you just don't associate New Hampshire with country music. But see, the banjo. If I'm down south, my father used to live in Atlanta, and I'm out in California, where you have a great country tradition because so many of the Okies and people from Texas came. It wouldn't be unusual to see somebody with a banjo. But when I saw you, it was like, oh, wow, you know?
Yeah, 5-string banjo definitely isn't that common in New England. It's interesting that in the South, I feel like the music changed more in the South in terms of the way it evolved. If you look at the traditional music up here, like in Nelson, we have this little contra dance every Monday night in the town hall. It's been happening for like 250 years at least.
What is that for people who don't know what that means?
Yeah,
that term.
Contra dancing is like, it's kind of like a square dance, but without the square. It's like Irish fiddle music and Scottish fiddle music, and you get your partner and you swing them around and do-si-do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good old barn stomp. It's a good time. And but the music that's sort of the tradition of it in New England and also in Canada, the music is very similar, like almost the same as it was when it came over here.
Yeah.
Right.
As opposed to the way, like in the South, there's still a lot of these beautiful Scots-Irish fiddle tunes and whatnot, but they kind of changed to a different time signature and started playing to a different rhythm, kind of.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like in my family, there's definitely a big tradition of playing like fiddle tunes.
Yeah.
Which I do a little bit on the banjo, but it's difficult to play fiddle tunes on a banjo, and if you like mess it up, then you're like not playing the fiddle tune.
Right.
Whereas like when I'm playing the banjo, like most of the things that I do were something that started out as a mistake, and I figured out some way to disguise it and then change it into something that actually sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it's a little trick.
Yeah.
It makes you feel worthwhile, don't they? You're contributing something to this world in a very positive way.
Yeah, I think so.
That's what I think. That's the feeling I'm getting from you.
Thank you.
You could invite him to your inauguration if you won.
Yeah. I'm running for president of the United States against Trump.
Good for you.
Yeah. He's got a big problem coming.
I hope so.
You know my campaign manager?
I believe it.
You know who my campaign manager is?
Who's that?
Jesus Christ. And I tell some of the press there, and they kind of giggle over that. Why do you have them? Why do you have him? Because he listens. And he opens a lot of doors for me, and he has. And I'm very serious about it, believe me.
Part of the binding, man.
Well, you know that.
He's opened a few for me.
Well, you know the definition of faith, being sure of what you hope for, being certain of what you can't see. And that's it right there. I got to get going.
All right.
And so every time I come on the station here, we're going to have entertainment too, right?
Well, perhaps we can arrange that, yes. Perhaps we can arrange that.
Local Outbreak with IPMNation.com.
This is Local Outbreak on IPM Nation and 100.1 The Planet. Matt Connerton from IPMNation.com here with you. And here is the rest of my interview with Mike McDonald of Strange Machines. And then we're going to hear a bunch more music from this band. But here it is. Before we let you go, what would you, because I'm going to end the segment with another one of your songs from Voice of Color, but I'll let you tell me what would you like us to play?
You played Motion Potion before, you said?
We did, yeah.
Okay, I would say Juxtapose then is the other single we released off that album.
Cool. All right, so I'll fire that up and I will play that in a moment. But Mike, thank you so much for calling in and thank you for being patient with us. I guess.
Thank you for joining.
Yeah, of course. Thank you guys for having me.
I'm glad
Appreciate it.
I'm glad we found an alternate line to have you call.
Yeah.
All right, Mike. And
thank you guys for having me.
All right,
happy Thanksgiving.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
I'll see you tomorrow.
You guys too.
All right, Mike. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
All right, take it easy, guys. Thanks.
All right. So that was Mike McDonald. And meanwhile, this is Juxtaposed from the album Voice of Color by Strange Machines.
Juxtaposed, pull the wool over the masses like you
to the moving car. There's a way that we can make time stand still. Hold the rope, spin the spokes, release the air a little longer till you feel you've had your fill. The story's so juxtaposed. Pull the wool over the masses like you're wearing someone else's clothes. It's a blind man's game, but I guess it's all the same if you can't see the fun in it. Juxtaposed. Pull the wool over the masses like you're wearing someone else's clothes. It's a blind man's game, but I guess it's all the same if you can't see the fun in it.
Local Outbreak with IPMNation.com.
You're listening to Local Outbreak on IPM Nation and 100.1 The Planet. Matt Connerton here with you. And up next, this is a project called Lost Finn. And the name of the song is Hammond Lake. Check this out next on Local Outbreak. That was Lost Finn with Hammond Lake. Before that, we heard Christopher Childs, Forever Again. Next up on this week's Local Outbreak, we're going to play something from Scrimmy the Dirtbag. And we have featured many things from Scrimmy over the years, and he's been on the show several times, both as a solo artist and featured in other projects that he's played in. And next week, here on Local Outbreak, for the first time in a couple of years, I will have an interview for you, a brand new interview to feature, where I'll be sitting down and talking with Scrimmy the Dirtbag. Really looking forward to that. He's not only just a great musician, and he does a lot in the local music scene. He's also has a lot of experience as a promoter, and he does shows at the Shaskeen in downtown Manchester and so forth. But he's also a great friend and just a great person, somebody I truly have not only so much respect for as a musician, but just someone I've always really liked tremendously as a human being as well. So that makes it extra special. So I'm really looking forward to sitting down and talking with Scrimmy next week, and I'll be sharing that with you. And in the meantime, just to kind of prep you for that, because he also has a brand new album, which is going to be coming out soon, but we're not going to feature anything from the new album this week. We're going to save that for next week as well. But we are going to play something from his 2017 release, Terrible Animals, and this is my favorite track from Terrible Animals, so I'm going to share this with you right now. This is called Space Stalking by Scrimmy the Dirtbag, next on Local Outbreak.
Nobody gonna hold my
It's Local Outbreak with IPMNation.com.
Hey, everybody. It's Local Outbreak on IPM Nation and 100.1 The Planet. Matt Connerton from IPMNation.com here with you. And as we are cruising into our final segment, we do have time for one more, and I did kind of hint around earlier about what I was going to do to wrap up the show. But thank you so much for joining me this week, as always. Very much appreciative to everyone who supports the show. It's November, so next month officially will be 10 years of Local Outbreak. 10 years of Local Outbreak on IPM Nation, and of course on 100.1 The Planet, who continues to be a great partner in our endeavor to support local music. There is so much great music here in New Hampshire, so much talent here in the Granite State, all different kinds of stuff, many different genres of music, and we try to feature a wide variety of styles and approaches to music as we possibly can on the show. The only requirement being based, or maybe occasionally someone who's not necessarily from New Hampshire but who has a strong presence here. If they're a Massachusetts band, for example, that often comes up to New Hampshire to play some shows or whatnot, we might include one of those now and then. But mostly New Hampshire-based musicians, and so very thankful, of course, to everybody who is operating in the music scene and everyone who supports the local music scene, even if you're not actively involved, but you're an observer. Maybe you are someone who goes out to shows, or you just, like to buy local artists' music. Every little bit of that is helpful. And please, anything that you heard on tonight's edition of Local Outbreak or any of our previous episodes, please make sure you reach out to those artists and let them know that you like what they do, that you're paying attention, and that you enjoy their music. Because, as I always say, a little bit of that goes a long way. It can be very challenging when you're in a music scene that's got so much talent in it, and so many great bands and solo artists, and and local recording studios and producers and everybody doing all kinds of great stuff. It can be very, very difficult to stand out. So if you hear something you like, please reach out to that artist and just let them know that you appreciate what they do. And it really does mean a lot. Trust me, I know from experience, it really does mean a lot. Just as it means a lot to me, all the people I hear from who continue to support this program. That means a lot to me, and I appreciate that. If you'd like to get access to the full archive of Local Outbreak, the whole decade of Local Outbreak, it's very easy to do. IPMNation.com/Local Outbreak. Also, all the contact info for the show is there. So if you'd like to reach out, if you'd like to submit some music of your own or suggest someone for the show, etc., maybe schedule an interview, IPMNation.com/Local Outbreak. You can also always contact us through the Facebook page, the Local Outbreak Facebook page. Please give that a like if you haven't done so already. All right, we'll begin to wrap up. So I opened with an interview. Again, it was a very spontaneous interview, completely not scheduled, but I'm really glad that it happened. It was wonderful to talk to this gentleman. His name is Wayland Tolman Anderson. Tolman-Anderson is his last name. His first name is Wayland, Wayland, and phenomenal banjo player, and just a really great guy, too. It was a pleasure meeting him. Really enjoyed talking with him. So we did an interview, and he played a couple of songs for us. So I'm going to close with something else I found of his online. This is from a couple of years ago. It's from the summer of 2017. He was out in the parking lot of a music festival called Jerry Fest, walking around playing his banjo, and someone recorded him and put it online under the title Wayland the Nomadic Banjo Shredder. Because he does. He shreds on the banjo, and nomadic, I guess, because he was walking around, and Wayland, because his name is Wayland. So Wayland the Nomadic Banjo Shredder, if you're looking for it on YouTube. But I'm going to play the audio for you. This was apparently another spontaneous performance that was caught on tape, and it's just amazing. This is a very, very talented guy, and I hope to have him again on the show in the future, and we can, maybe interview his entire band. He's got a band and everything, but so we're going to close out with this, a little bit more of Wayland Tolman Anderson to close out this week's Local Outbreak on IPM Nation and 100.1 The Planet.
Well, my favorite kind of beer, that's the kind I didn't pay for, yeah. The best brand of whiskey and that was on the house. And I'm rolling around town, I'm getting it for free, yeah. Rolling around town, I'm rolling on my whiskey, yeah. Rolling around town, well, that people find for free, yeah. Come on home with me, yeah. Hallelujah, yeah, well, there ain't no one really like to do you. Local Outbreak with IPMNation.com.